Hey you guys. Okay, so this is the soft-spoken version of my video with 30 kitchen items in 30 minutes. I'll be tapping and scratching on 30 different items and describing them to you as I go. There is a no talking version if you prefer that, but in this, like I said, I will be speaking and describing the items. So let's get started. So this is an ice cream scoop. It's plastic. It's obviously white in color, and it's got a nice wide scoop. It's hollow in the inside. That's why you can hear it's a bit higher pitched. And the bottom here is a bit thicker than this portion here. Okay, the second item is this cheese grater, or you could probably use it as like a lemon zest. So it's made of metal, obviously, but it does have some plastic, kind of like a silicone, not quite plastic, that is in black. And it has these nice grips on the side, which are excellent for when you really need to hold on tight to it when you're grating something. So it's a really fine grater, really fine pieces would come out of this. And again, on the end it's got two pieces of that kind of plasticky silicone stuff. So it kind of, you can kind of put it down if you need to also. Okay, next is this ice cube tray. It is obviously orange. It is made for the ice cubes that can fit into water bottles, so that long and thin instead of thick and square. So it's this nice plastic, and they make them so you can stack on top of other trays, ice trays. Okay. Next, I have this really neat little device here for slicing hard-boiled eggs. So you place the hard-boiled egg here, and then you lift up this piece. It's actually still intact. It's from IKEA. It's still got a tag on it, so I can't lift it. But you lift it up and then slice down over the egg, and you get these nice slices. But I just had to put this in the video because listen to this. Isn't that great? I'm curious if you guys like that sound. Okay, and so this part is metal. The yellow part is plastic. So this was probably like $1 or $2 at IKEA. Okay, this next item is simply a kitchen towel, but it's got some great texture to it. It is white and black. The black portion is kind of like standard kitchen towel material, fabric, nice, thick, durable, really picks up wet like water. And then this portion has got this texture to it in a kind of white or cream color, in kind of a checkered pattern. You can see that in between each of the white or cream squares there's a bit of a black portion, and then all the edges are black. Okay. Next, I've got this colander. It is made of plastic and it is red in color. It's quite a thick plastic. And of course it's got the holes to create that space for all the liquids to come through when you drain something. It's got a nice, it's definitely like a flat surface. It's not got too much texture, but just enough that you can kind of hear it as I scratch. Okay, let's put that down here. Okay, next, a simple yellow cup, kind of for children. It's made of plastic. So it's kind of got these three levels, 1, 2, 3. I think my favorite sound on this cup is the bottom of it. Next, I've got a simple wood spatula. Fairly thin piece of wood that is quite level. It doesn't have like a curve to it, it's not a spoon. Nice thick handle of wood with a hole on the end, and then two kind of holes here at the flattened kind of bigger portion of the spatula. And then it kind of dips down, gets really thin here so you can pick things up. Okay. Next, really simple item, but it makes some great sounds. A simple plastic knife. You know, used for kind of like one-time use type knife. You can always use it more, of course. It's really durable, you can wash it. But in the like there are these ridges inside here of this plastic knife handle. It is transparent in color. Or it's just transparent. And quite a thin piece of plastic. And then of course it's a knife, so it's got not quite sharp, but bits here so you can cut with it. Okay. Next I have a kind of the box that your tea might come in. And this box is kind of a lime green with some smaller kind of designs on it in green, light blue, another lime green and fluorescent green type colors. It says Trader Joe's Organic Moroccan Mint Green Tea, and there are 20 tea bags inside. It has the shape of the tea bag there. And you can just kind of hear all the little pieces, the plastic pieces with the tea in them. So ingredients: organic spearmint, organic green tea, and organic lemongrass. Okay. Okay, I have a knife, quite a large one. Don't worry, it's not gonna harm me. I'll be careful. It's got some grooves along here. It's not a very sharp knife, so. And then it has a black handle and a metal stripe going through the knife into the larger portion of the blade. It is a really great knife, though. It's a nice metal sound. Okay. Okay, next I have a some Tupperware. So it says Gladware interlocking lids. And it's got this kind of like cool design on the side. Some like geometric shapes and colors. And it's got this great texture at the bottom of the Tupperware. Kind of gives it grip when you're holding it. You've got a good grip. So plastic, obviously, and the designs on the side are pink, grey, yellow, and green in colour, and a bit of blue highlighted there. The lid is a light blue colour. I could tap this. I love this sound. I could tap on this for so long. I'm curious what sounds that you guys like in this video, what your favourites are. Okay, because maybe I can do a video with some of these sounds for like longer periods of time, because I'm tapping and scratching on each for like 1 minute. So let me know. Okay, so this is a sponge, a kitchen sponge. Got the rough side, that's that kind of standard forest green colour. And then you've got kind of the squishy sponge portion, it's yellow. It's got a lot of grooves in it to help clean. So this is obviously two portions on a sponge, so you can clean different items that are more dirty and harder to get off with the rough side. And this is obviously for, easy things to get off. Okay. Next I have a simple mug, a coffee mug, or a coffee mug, yeah. I forget what these are called. We just call them coffee mugs here, but I know it's not quite a mug. Coffee holder? What is this called? I don't drink coffee, so I honestly don't even know the real name. Unless, of course, it is coffee mug. So the top is a plastic and it's black in color, and it just kind of turns off. And then you've got your metal base here for the actual cup. This cup in particular has got some really pretty, kind of like a periwinkle color, and then like a lighter periwinkle or blue, and it's wavy all the way across the entire cylinder shape. Looks like this one was from Starbucks. Excuse me, nose itch. And the bottom is also kind of plastic, or like almost like a silicone feel to it. Okay. Next, I have a simple paper plate. But I chose it as one of the items because it makes these great sounds. This is another one that I could tap on for much longer, I feel like. There's such a variety of great sounds. Sad to stop tapping on that. Okay. Next I have a regular spatula, just made of plastic and a metal handle. The plastic portion is black, quite sturdy. Again, it gets thinner towards the front portion, so you can really scoop things up. Kind of up into this metal handle. I love this sound. Next I have this cute little chip clip, I said it wrong, chip clip. Okay, so it's like a little monster of some sort, and we got this in a batch with multiple different colors and such, but this one is blue. It's got one little eye, and one little smile, and one little tooth, and two little pink triangles in his ears, just about 1 inch each direction. And then on the inside it has a metal spring to give it that spring to open and close and keep bags of chips and such closed and keep things more fresh. Okay, and I had to include some foil. So some of you love this sound, others it might be one of those you love it or you hate it. So it's only 1 minute though, so it's just aluminum foil that you can use in the kitchen. Obviously quite crinkly. Okay, next I have a different type of spatula. This is the kind like you would probably use if you were trying to get a bowl like really clean. It's got a really thin edge. I like the kind that have a bit softer portion here, like a softer kind of plastic, but I feel they do a better job, but that's just me maybe. It says Cuisinart in it. It's a white spatula, just simply white plastic. Very straightforward. But yeah, the sound here is nice. The words that are kind of in the crease of the handle have a bit of a raised surface to them, so you can hear that scratching sound. Okay, next I wanted to use some kind of pot or pan. So I found this mini pen. Excuse the bottom, it's obviously been used quite a bit, but it's clean. So it's metal. It's got these great ridges on the bottom. It's a peach color. And it's got a peach handle that is, I think, silicone. It's called Starfrit. I love the sound of this thin pan. And some kind of like Teflon type material on the inside. Okay, next I have a placemat. It's kind of a foresty green colour. And it's got obviously great ridges for texture. It's like a circular pattern going from the middle. It's a circular placemat, and the design starts from the middle and goes in circles, getting bigger and bigger throughout the entire placemat. It's kind of like a wicker type. It's like wicker and plastic or something, like braided together or something. I can't really tell. Okay, this is a straw. It's a really wide straw for like if you wanted something that might have some kind of boba, tapioca balls in it or something. So it's coming up a bit green on camera, but it is a fluorescent or neon yellow. It's got a crack in it, so I'm gonna have to toss it. Next I have a wood, what's this called? Hot pad. Like a hot pad, so that when you put something hot onto the table you can put this underneath it. So it's actually, I think this is actually maybe bamboo. Because we had a set of these and I think there's actually bamboo. Anyhow, it's got these pretty grooves in it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grooves, and then small cut out circles along each groove to create a nice design. and kind of a nice way for air to kind of move about when you put a hot piece of metal here. Okay, and then I have an orange plastic cutting board. This side has some ridges so that when you are cutting, you can place that ridged side down, and you can see this is the side you would slice on because you've got all the slices from previous uses. That was the texture that it originally had prior to it being scratched up, obviously. Okay, this is another item that I feel has great potential for using, like hearing more sounds and listening to this longer than just the minute that it has. For me, for my taste in sounds. I want to hear the ones that you guys like, that you're like, oh, I want to hear more of that sound. Okay, next I have this. This is just a KitchenAid, kind of a measuring type cup that you can use. We use this for, we put like smoothie mixes in it. After they're frozen, we dump them in from like a Ziploc bag into here, add some almond milk, and then we use like an immersion blender. So that's what we use it for, but it's kind of like a measuring cup. It's got the measurements along here. Okay, this next item is made of glass and a plastic lid. It's a Pyrex Tupperware. So the bottom is glass, and you can see it says Pyrex there. But I have to say, I love the sound of the lid. Actually have a whole video just with Tupperware sounds because I feel like they really make some great sounds. Inside directions here. So that is the Pyrex Tupperware. Okay, next I have like a pretty basic like serving spoon that's plastic. So it is a long transparent handle and then a large spoon at the bottom. Next I have a corkscrew that it's already opened. It's made of both metal and kind of a silicone type plastic type material. It's got the corkscrew right here inside that you can kind of lift up to use. And then to close it, you just pop it down and pop this down. This is by the brand OXO. I don't know if they call it OXO or just OXO. have a tiny little fork that is for kids to use, so it's made of plastic and it is very cute, very durable, obviously very, it won't harm a baby. It's got very dull edges and they can learn to use their fork when they're eating. If they happen to eat with a fork in their culture, might be a different thing that you use, like chopsticks or your hand to eat. Or something else that your culture uses. I just happen to live somewhere where we use a fork. Looks like we are on our last item, and it is a simple measuring cup for solids. So flour, sugar, and such. It's got a great texture to it. So it's just a white colour. It's got 1 cup here written out in a green circle that's hard to see. It's been scratched and such. Used. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the different sounds and the different kitchen items. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching.